adding artificial intelligence to collaboration tech. I'm Tonya Hall, and joining me is Stefan Ritter, co-founder and head of product at Room by SAP. Welcome, Stefan.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So what is Room and what prompted you to create the platform?
Sure. Well, Room by SAP is a new project management and collaboration solution. And we use AI to automate project management. So we give people time back in their days. And then to your question, what prompted us? We were looking at enterprise users. So people at supply chain managers, sales managers, procurement managers, people in the business. And we've seen that despite Slack and WhatsApp and WeChat and what have you, there's still so much challenges around collaboration. And we thought, this is an opportunity to make things better with AI.
Why is collaboration technology important for businesses today? And how has it changed from the standpoint of how we measure ROI? What are the ways that businesses are actually measuring ROI today?
Sure. Okay, wait. So to your first question around collaboration and why it's important. So I think in the old days, there used to be the saying, don't come to your manager with a problem, only come with a solution. Have you heard that before? Like it's such a classic. But then the problem is if in today's world, things are changing so fast. It's much better to come with a problem and have a lot of people hear it and work on it in order to find a solution better. And so the collaboration solution from the old days are all about like one-to-one communication, me to my manager, like email or phone calls. But then nowadays it's all about group chat, group communication, because I need to have as many brains as possible to work on a problem so we can get to the solution faster. And then in terms of ROI, I think that's pretty much the same. I mean, if you look at, there's this typical story around, 2/3 of the Fortune 500 have died in the last 20 years. And so it's really, really stressful to stay up to date and adjust to today's economy and to the changing market. And so you want to have all your smart people and all your brains working on the problems.
So artificial intelligence is a part of all the things that we're doing in business these days. How does the addition of artificial intelligence in a collaboration platform make that tool much more successful?
Yeah, sure. So if you think about all the smart people we hire, and then you look at the statistics, I think McKinsey and others have done statistics like this. You can see that 30 to even 60% of people's time is spent in emails and doing follow-ups and alignment meetings. So that's a lot of sort of hot air that isn't used productively. And so we have all these super smart people, and we send them doing these rudimentary tasks. And all those things could be automated away with AI. So if I need to work on something and I need you to deliver something for me, why do I need to remind you to do that? Why can't we have a product management robot or AI that does that for me? And so it's really about taking away these mundane tasks from people and giving them to AI so we can be more human, or what makes us great. So being creative, being empathetic, solving complex problems, and then giving everything else to AI.
Let's talk about UI. Let's talk about the user interface and the design aspect. How important is design and the user interface for a collaboration tool?
Yeah, I think it's super important. And I think here it's important that it's incredibly simple. So we all love to hate email, but that's because email is so simple. Everyone can write a text and send it out. And I think we see the same with Slack. That's why these chat apps are also successful. It's really easy to use. And that's why the barrier to entry is really low. So I think the UI it's important to make the UI incredibly simple so that everyone who needs to work on a problem can come in and collaborate without having to learn complex user interfaces.
What are the biggest challenges for designing collaboration technology?
Yeah, I mean, it goes again to the simplicity aspect. So you want to have a tool that's really powerful, and at the same time, if you add too many features, it's gonna scare people away, because every time you add a button, we as users need to decide: do we press it? When do we press it? Is it the right thing to do? So I think the challenge is really, if you want to have a successful collaboration tool, you need to have the whole team not be afraid to use it, or also adopt it so that they can actually come together and work on problems together. And so I think that's one of the reasons why email is so successful. Everybody knows how to use it. And so at Room, for example, what we decided to do is say one of our working principles is we go where the users are. So if you are in email, we're going to allow you to stay in email. If you're in Slack, we're going to allow you to stay in Slack. So it's really important that today's collaboration solutions integrate with all the existing tools out there so that people can stay where they are and still collaborate with everyone else they need to collaborate on.
What has been your biggest challenge in trying to design something, to your point, that actually integrates traditional chat and traditional email together? Maybe a big surprise that you've had that you've kind of had to overcome?
Yeah, I mean, it's especially when you look at I mean, we're a B2B company, and so we also work with enterprise customers or companies that have a lot of tools, and they have a lot of tools from different vendors. So you'll have stuff from SAP, from ServiceNow, from Salesforce, from HubSpot, from what have you. And so the challenge really is it's not enough to just go and integrate with the Office solutions and the Slacks and the WeChats of the world, but you also need to integrate with the business systems that customers have, and those can be all over the place and have super customized processes, customized data objects, and so on. And so we figured out a way to create all-you-can-eat endpoints for our API to make it really easy to connect any custom landscape you might have in your company.
Stefan Ritter, co-founder and head of product at Room by SAP. If somebody wants to connect with you, maybe they want to understand the future of collaboration tools, how can they do that?
Sure, the best would be Twitter. It's just at Stefan Ritter.
Sounds good. And if you want to find me, you can do so right here or go to tonyahall.net. Thanks for watching.